Early morning here in Llano, Texas, about 50 degrees, clear skies, beautiful morning. November the what? Let me think. It's an even day. 18th maybe? Yeah, it could be. But anyway, it's a nice day. And I mentioned in the video the other day that I had finally figured out what I was going to do. Well, I've got close. I'm close anyway. But yeah, I'll consider the runaway rouser as an option. The downside of the rouser is one, well, as far as the size, it's okay, but it won't fit in the garage at the Carrizozo property. It's too tall and by about 6 inches. Now you could, let the air out of the tires and do all kind of catchy stuff, but I'm not going to do that. They also make what's called a cool camp, a smaller version, and it's about $5,000 less, but it's not the money so much. It's just that the cool camp, you're basically just towing a bed down the highway, and that's about it. And so that's possible, but it would fit in the two-car garage on the Zozo property, and I could just leave it there. You know what I mean? And when I go to Carrizozo, that would be my home for the summer or whatever. And but what if the Carrizozo property sells? What if I sell it? Well, then I don't need any of this crap. There's also another option I looked at real closely, and it's very economical, and I could use it for some other things possibly. They make a tent that has about a 7 foot tall inside, and it's like 12 by 12 feet. It's just a big open tent, and that's an option. Put that inside of that garage, and put some like carpet pad under the nylon floor of the tent to make it a little more comfortable. And inside, put a bed and all that stuff. Because at the Zozo property, in that garage is a refrigerator, a Coleman cooker, a table. There's already a cot there, and so I got all the ingredients there. And as far as taking a shower, I've got one of those little. It's like a little swimming pool for kids made out of plastic that I was going to use to stand in while I took a shower if I was going to live in the Ford Transit inside the garage. And so I've got that already there. And so the cooking, the pooping, and everything's taken care of using a tent. And a tent would cost me about $200. And yeah, that's another option. But see, this is only November, okay? And I'm not going to be going out that way until probably June next year. So obviously we got plenty of time between now and then, so I can polish this diamond in my mind 50 times. And if I sell the Carrizozo property, then that opens up a whole new window. So what would I do then? I don't know. All I know is I'm going to try to enjoy this walk this morning down by the Llano River. It's just a beautiful day. This is the time you want to be in Texas right now. Right now. No kidding. I mean, yeah, 50. Well, the high today is going to be in the upper 80s, which is a little warm for this time of the year, I think. But that usually happens just before a cool front comes in, and that's what's happening. It'll warm up a little bit, and then the temperatures will drop, and on we go. But I have no control over the weather, and I'm certainly not going to worry about it. But anyway, so it gives me something to think about, gives me something to do, and that's all I really want to do is just kind of stay busy in my mind and enjoy my life. And we got Thanksgiving coming up next week. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. And then, it's the quote holiday season, and yeah, it's kind of got a little flavor. And I went down to the little Saturday flea market stuff by the courthouse yesterday, and I bought me a loaf of sourdough bread, homemade, and 2 dozen tamales, 1 chicken and 1 pork, you know. But I got the ones that are seasoned or with a little jalapeno in it or whatever, little got a little flavor, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, just wanted to give you a heads up. Yeah, the planning for next year is just, I'm going to kind of put the brakes on all that because still, you know, I still got to live day to day, you know, between now and then. And it's a long time. You know, it's half a year or 7 months till I'd be going out to New Mexico, maybe. And there's a good possibility that land will be sold anyway. And on we go. Who knows what I'll do? I don't even know. I think about a lot of things. But isn't this nice? I just like this, you know. Yeah, I'm certainly not complaining. I'm certainly not complaining. Got a lot of early morning golfers. Of course, this is Sunday morning, and, you know, the guys are getting up early and going to play golf before the football game starts, see? You wouldn't want to miss a professional football game, would you? No. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Rangers on a Sunday morning out here taking a walk. Yeah, so I've got some options. I can put a tent in the garage, buy a runaway camper of some type if I choose to, or obviously do nothing and see what happens. But on we go, and thank all of you for your input. And if you come up with an idea that I haven't thought of, we'll throw it out there. See where it goes. That's a pretty little fall-looking tree. But anyway, guys, enjoy your life the best way you can. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And if there's anything you want to do in life, get started, or plan on getting started pretty soon. Yeah, as soon as possible. There's some guys at the driving range. See, on the driving range, in your mind, you're thinking, man, I could go on a tour. But then you get out here on the golf course and realize you're not going on the tour. You ain't going anywhere. Not as easy as it looks. Anyway, enjoy your life, guys. From here in Llano, Texas, on a Sunday morning coming down. Adios. Bye-bye.